Hello, my name is Dr. Angela Moore and this video is about fatigue and working shifts. As a shift pattern consultant, I always take fatigue into consideration when creating a shift pattern. In this video I'm going to cover what is fatigue and what are the impacts of fatigue. I've created a fatigue map to guide you around the inputs and impacts of fatigue. One factor that has an impact on your fatigue will be the shift pattern you're employed on. Finally, I will be discussing how fatigue and absence interact. As humans, we are diurnal creatures. This means that we are designed to live and work during daylight. Traditionally, businesses respected this. However, now more businesses are having to move towards around-the-clock working. Shift work contributes to fatigue because it limits the amount of sleep which workers are able to obtain. The root of the problem is our internal body clock. So what is fatigue? Fatigue obviously exists. We all recognise it and feel it on occasion, but it can't be measured directly. There are occasions when we feel tired or sleepy or exhausted, and in general these are regarded as times when we are fatigued. When we are fatigued, we are less alert and more prone to error. Fatigue affects how diligent we are, our reaction times, memory, focus, decision-making skills, and can cause irritability. If we are fatigued while at work, accidents will happen. Working when the body expects to sleep and trying to sleep when the body expects to work can cause problems. The human body has an inbuilt body clock. This is the cause of the humans feeling tired at night and more alert during the day. Humans evolved in a world where light and temperature changes gradually over a pronounced 24-hour period due to the Earth's rotating on its poles. So humans developed a way of anticipating these changes and adopted the most appropriate activities for these environmental conditions. Fatigue is a significant component in many accidents where human error is a contributing factor. The cost of these accidents can be financial, but can also result in the loss of human life and lead to environmental pollution. There are many individual elements that contribute to fatigue, and by recognising that some of the effects of fatigue also contribute to fatigue, we can try to draw up a visual representation of the causes and effects. The pale blue line separates the inputs to fatigue and the impacts of fatigue. To understand the fatigue map, you need to break it down into its separate lines. These are as follows. The orange line is the sleep line. These are factors which affect sleep. The body clock, poor sleeping habits, social pressure, shift length, shift start times, and lack of sleep. The yellow line is the personal line. These are personal factors which affect fatigue. Personality, medication, stress, overworked, fitness, age, diet, breaks on shift, body clock. The red line is the health line. These are factors which affect health. Stress, heavy work, medication, health. The blue line is the workload line. These are workload factors which affect fatigue. Workload, underworked, overworked, heavy work, mentally hard work, and absenteeism. The green line is the shift line. These are shift factors which affect fatigue. Number of consecutive shifts, rotation of shifts, breaks between shifts, holidays, start time, lack of sleep, shift length, social pressure, breaks on shift, diet. The brown line is the performance line. These are factors which affect performance. Overworked, stress, errors, mistakes, poor vigilance, poor memory, slow reaction times, high costs. The black line is the company line. These are factors which affect the company. Absenteeism, accidents, high costs. The circles denote factors which interact with different lines. For instance, absenteeism interacts with the company line because it costs the company money and so the person who is absent has to be replaced. It also interacts with the workload line because absenteeism can increase the workload for the people still at work. An employer will have little or no control over most of the factors affecting a shift worker's fatigue level. However, they do have complete control over the shift line, green. They can alter the breaks on shift, change the start and finish times, alter the shift pattern to minimise fatigue. If you would like to find out more about fatigue and shift work, my ebook is available from Amazon for only £6.30. Absenteeism is both an impact and an input to fatigue. Absence can be caused by fatigue through accidents and affecting people's work. Absenteeism also increases the workload for the people still at work. Workload is another factor where an employer can exert some control. They can monitor the workload and react to changes so that shift workers are not over or underworked. By maintaining correct staffing levels through a proper holiday management plan and absence arrangements, the company can avoid unnecessary stress and not overwork anyone. Holidays would have a large effect on absence. A typical 24-hour 365 operation employing 15 people with 30 days of holiday means that on an 8-hour shift pattern, approximately every day needs to have 1 to 2 people off just to fit in the holidays. On a 12-hour shift pattern, nearly every day one person needs to be off. In comparison, the absence rate from illness will have far less impact. After holidays, a 2.5 absence rate would lead to the expectation of only 52 shifts having one person absent and only one shift per year having 2 people absent on a 12-hour shift pattern. Even a 5% absence rate would mean that 99 shifts would have 1 absence and 5 shifts per year would have 2 absences. CDES technology has been helping companies around the world create and manage their shift patterns. We have a range of ebooks available from Amazon. We also offer training seminars and consultancy services to create and introduce bespoke shift patterns. If you would like to find out more, please visit our website at visualrota.co.uk or oranalysts.com or contact us via phone and email. Thank you for watching. Shift work can contribute to fatigue, but we want your staff to leave their shift feeling nearly as refreshed as when they started.